Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Skull Woods, which is not exactly one of my favorite places to go, but F it, let's do it anyways. First off, though, we're going to take a quick stop here at the house, pick up some rupees that I might have hidden in some bushes at some point. But no, really what we're doing is we're actually going to go head down here, fill up our bottles with some fairies. And of course, we'll probably take one for ourselves, because life's kind of low. And that should do it. Alright, cool. Now that we've got that done, what we're going to do is head on off over to Kariko Village. Now, you may remember in the previous videos, I've used the Dark World teleporter here. Thankfully, now that we have the Titan's Mint, we can actually go ahead and circumvent the long path through the Lost Woods and instead just sort of walk straight up to where I need to be and pick up the stone. Like so. Thank God for this mitt. And ta-da, we're in the Skull Woods. But we're not going through this entrance. I know there's a way up there. I don't like that way. No, instead we're going to use the side path. And in fact, to be honest, I'm not even going to do that first. There's a piece of heart we should grab before we even do so. So this piece of heart is available as soon as you get the hook shot, I believe. Actually, before, if you use that teleporter. Pretty much all you need is the cape. As this sign decides to graciously hint at you. Oh hey, I finally killed something with a rock. Anywho, now that we've got our level 3 tempered sword, we can kill these hard hat beetles in like 1 second. It's pretty awesome. And of course, our goal is upstairs. So really all you gotta do is hookshot across this little gap here. I'll have to grab the hookshot. There we go. And they add this little reflector thing here. Now this is where that sign comes into play. What they want you to do is grab the magic cape, and you can head on through. Now that's actually going to be important for later dungeons. It's not necessary at any point that I can think of, at least to pass through a reflector like that, or I don't know, they're called reflectors, I'm just calling it that anyways. But yeah, I don't think there's one required to pass through like that. There is several locations where it's just made much easier if you do use the cape. Anywho, we're heading into the Skull Woods, which is right here. It's a nice, and not really nice, change from the Lost Woods. It is interesting, though. You've got the Dark World versions of the trees taking over, and lots of little skull faces. Now, the interesting thing about this dungeon is that the Skull Woods overworld is actually tied directly into the dungeon, and that's kind of part of why I hate it. Also, here we have some new enemies. We have the Gibdos over here on the right. These are the mummy-looking things. They're very, very difficult. As you can see, they take many hits, which is the reason why we upgraded to this sword first, because otherwise this whole thing just takes forever. Also, that thing falling from the ceiling is a wall master. If it catches you, it will transport you outside the dungeon. They're really big jerks, so awesome. They will only appear in certain rooms, however, so you don't have to worry about them just being around all the time. Now, as I was saying, the interesting and awful thing for me about the Skull Woods is the fact that the dungeon is not in one solid piece. Instead, there are several pieces sort of scattered out throughout the world map, and that drives me up the goddamn wall, because it's very difficult to remember where anything is for me. Okay, that didn't go as planned. No! No! Okay. Whew. Anyway, we're already over by the dungeon... Sorry. The dungeon's chests. My brain's not working at the moment. But regardless, that's not going to be necessary right now. We don't even have the big key. So instead, basically what I'm going to do is just start hopping down holes and hoping I get somewhere useful, because to be honest, I don't really remember this dungeon very well. I hope I've hinted enough at the fact that I'm not very good at this dungeon. Something about it just doesn't work with my ability to spatially reason. Or my lack of ability, I guess. Always thought it was interesting that when you grab the compass here, all of a sudden it just sort of falls apart. It was apparently a load-bearing chest. This room's interesting, and it's actually pretty easy to deal with everything if you just sort of swing away here. You do need to be careful, though, because, would have thought it would happen sooner. I'm pretty certain there are... Oh, there's the Wallmaster. I was gonna say, yeah, you do need to be careful because there are Wallmasters involved. But if you just take that section slow and don't just pick up all the pots and let everything come after you, it's completely fine. Totally manageable. Anyway, if you remember, the equivalent of this area in the light world, there is the little 9-pattern shrubs. In the center, there's going to be a dropping area, but we don't need to go there yet because we, again, don't really have the big key. It's not really worth focusing on the treasure chest yet. I really hate much effort these stupid things are. There we go. It's even worse if you, like I said, if you don't have this tempered sword and it's like, is it 12 hits? So it's equivalent of 3. I'm doing 4 hits, that's 12. So 6 hits with the blue sword? Ugh. By the way, that was all on-the-fly math and could be completely wrong because I wasn't really paying attention to how many hits I did on those, on the Gibdos, so... Yay. Don't take that word for word. You know, if this whole section's point is to get me lost, it does an excellent job at it. Because I seriously feel like I have no clue where I'm going at any given time. Alright, so yeah, I can't remember what that entire section's for, but I do have a key now, and I don't remember if I had that before. So, maybe progress? I don't know. But what I do know is that apparently you can't use the hookshot on a Gibdo. No, what I really do know is that this, little centerpiece needs a statue to be placed on it. And of course, the damn Wallmasters need to leave me alone. Now you can use this brick to sort of aim things. If you push the statue against the brick, it makes it really easy to get it on the switch. Sort of. Oh god, just let me grab the statue. Let me grab the oh. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Okay, okay. Okay. Anyway, now that we're in this room, we actually have pretty much everything we need. And it'd be great if I could do anything about that, but everything's sort of in the goddamn way. Oh, for the love of Pete. Oh, god damn it. Anywho, there's the big key. Which means we need to head back to that earlier section. Thankfully, once we're done with this section, it's actually relatively easy to get onto the main section of the dungeon, which actually does work more like a regular dungeon, is actually pretty linear, and I don't hate. But until then, got one real task left. Now this is what I was talking about, this little suspicious 9-piece. Why did Estelle just have to spawn there? Anyway, that center section will drop us here. And since we're here, we can refill a little bit if the fireball decides to stop being a giant pile of annoying crap. Well, that was not thrilling and even less useful. Instead, what we're going to do is bomb this goddamn wall and, you know, get on with what we're supposed to be doing. Stupid spike. Oh, crap. Okay, I need to hit the Jew stars before we can... There we go. And this switch blows the shit out of the wall. With the newly blown to shit wall, we can attack these little moldworms that were... the little mini moldworms that were guarding the treasure, and what we get is... the Fire Rod. Fire Rod is almost identical to the Ice Rod in function, except the fact that it's, you know, fucking fire. And it's extremely powerful for defeating things, so we will use the crap out of it at certain points, especially when enemies are weak to fire, and that's not really extremely prevalent or anything, but it happens enough that you actually do have to do something. Anywho, we're pretty much just heading straight to the left here, because I am honestly unable to care any less about the monsters and anything in this section. So, we're out! And the good thing is that exit pretty much puts us right where we need to be, which is next to this awful alien penis-faced statue with 3 eyes. And then you use the fire rod to open it. So, we actually still have a key. I probably could have used it in that section with where there was that door up at the top. If I want to, what we can do is actually go straight to the top and unlock the door, but instead what I'm going to do is do this puzzle anyways, because fuck it. It's the proper way to do it, and we're going to do things proper, damn it. No, but seriously, the reason I'm doing it is because when it comes down to it, it actually saves a little bit of time later, I believe. That or I'll end up with a free key, and that's nice too. Oh god, Gibdos. Oh god, bunny makers too. So anyways, you may be curious if you played a lot of Majora's Mask, and I don't think they're actually in Twilight Princess, now I'm thinking about it, but the Gibdos function almost similarly to Redeads in those games. In the earlier games, if you aren't a big fan or haven't played a lot, you'd know that the Gibdos are essentially just really, really strong enemies, took a lot of hits. They're nice and annoying. The great thing about them is that in the Link of the Past, they are now heavily damaged by the Fire Rod and will die in one goddamn hit, which I'm sure we'll use at some point here. For right now, I'm sort of being frugal with magic. Oh god, no. Oh god, double no. Shit. That's what I get for trying to be careful. Alright, I'm just gonna plow through this. Oh god. Lousy wall masters show up at every friggin' turn. Okay, you know what? Screw this. Here. Oh, bitch. Just trying to be creative with my problem solving, and then everything went to hell. Alright, screw this room. I'm out of here. Alright, so this section's pretty interesting, and here we get to demonstrate exactly what I was talking about. Mummies on Fire. It's a sweet band name. Oh, for the love of God, stop missing. So, the great thing about this room is there's lots of magic drops, because pretty much it's guaranteed that you're going to need to use the fire rod here. In fact, it's part of the puzzle. Basically, you need to shoot fire at all the statues. This last one cannot be done with a lantern. Really? Shouldn't be doing it with a lantern anyways, so... Aw, oh, damn it. Apparently something got solved. I don't know what that was. Anywho, the exit is actually obscured by vines. We can just cut through them and head north. And miss the Gibdo for no good reason. And of course, we're actually at the boss. That section below can be dropped down into, and will contain a wonderful little boss fight for us, so what I'm going to do is sort of just use the fairy early here since I've taken a lot of damage. Damn damage. Damnable damn damage. In the seashore. Alright, so here's the boss of the Skull Woods. This is Mothula. Mothula's a moth, and he shoots out these little sets of 3 rings. As you can see, the real trick to this fight is actually just not getting hit by the goddamn spikes, which is easier said than done, obviously. He takes a lot of hits and is really goddamn annoying for a lot of people. In fact, this, to me, was always the hardest boss in the game. Fire Rod helps a bit, does a lot of damage. I think you can kill him in 10 Fire Rod hits, I want to say. Since I have the Tempered Sword, of course, that's also going to help out. There he goes! And no, I'm not making a moth to the flame joke. That's, I already did that when I made fun of Akari in a different video, so... yeah, it's a little passé. Anywho, let's take a look at our glimmering rock. Who could it be inside this time? Why, it's another recolor of the same girl we've seen a million times. By the way, notice she's giving us hearsay here. It's interesting that this character could theoretically be giving you false information. I mean, obviously she's not, because game's story isn't written like that, but, I mean, this is the way I heard it. It's not a trustworthy source. Chick in a rotating stone who doesn't rotate somehow. Yes, I understand. Alright, so that's it for the Skull Woods. Unfortunately, it drops us off here in the middle of I don't want to be here town. Instead of sticking around, what we're going to do is hop over to the Light World, use the wonderful flutes, get this fucker to lay off, and head back to Carico Village, and then just use the damn teleporter thing up there. It's way, way, way easier and way faster than just walking through the woods. And you know, honestly, I don't care. Screw the woods. Now, the reason we're going through all this is because I do actually need to be in the Village of the Outcasts, and the main reason for that is because there's a wonderful game down there. And by wonderful, I mean awful. I don't know if it's as bad as the treasure chest game. Yeah, it's pretty much the treasure chest game. The difference is, what it is it's a free-form digging game, and allows you 30 seconds to just dig your heart's content. And, you know, honestly, my heart not content with digging. So, there's that, I guess. Anywho, we have 30 seconds to dig all over this little platform after we talk to this weirdly faced man with bushy hair. He lends us a shovel, which is just used, as he says, by pressing Y, and you dig like a motherfucker for 30 seconds. And there's, like, no way you get the hard piece on the first run, period. So I'm going to stop talking now, because $10 says I'm going to have to do this, like, 100 times. Fuck. Fucking rupees. Oh god, I'm supposed to be commenting, aren't I don't care anymore. Swear to god. Fuck, just give me the goddamn heart piece. 5, 4. Oh shit! Oh my god, it's over. I hate you, game. Alright. Hold on, I gotta I gotta pause or something because I'm way too jubilant. Anyways, that the digging game's over, but yeah, that heart piece is honestly the worst one ever. Alright, maybe not ever. There's some much worse ones in later games, but it's the worst one in Link to the Past, and damn it, that was... Okay, so this is the final one. That was 12 tries? Yes. I mean, just looking at what I've got, it's at least like 10 minutes of footage. So, awesome. Anyways, the game. So, where are we at? We are going the wrong way. Of course. Pretty much every time I get sidetracked by some awful side quest, and then I forget what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be going to the Lake Hylia area. What we're going to do is head down, and I'm going to upgrade my arrows and bombs again, which means we're going to have another sped up section. We're going to get those up to the maximum, which is, I think, 90 shared between the two. And then when that's done, I'm going to drop off at the Ice Palace and be done for this update. So, yay! So yeah, here's another quick sped up section where we go ahead and do the upgrade. Believe the final upgrade tally for myself here would be 25 bombs and 75 arrows. Reason being is that the arrows are a little bit more important considering they're highly crucial to the Ganon fight. And the bombs, I really don't use that many of them. I mean, I use them for secrets. It's really about it. You guys have... I don't know. How many times have you seen me use a bomb in combat? Aside from the very beginning where I ran out of arrows? Not much. So, yeah, that's what I went with. Just kind of enough bombs that it was kind of ridiculous. Sometimes I only go with like 20 or 15 anyways. And arrows because they're useful. Somewhat. Alright, so we're done with upgrading, and... key is using this particular Dark World teleporter, which takes us to... that's right, the next palace. And interestingly enough, that little stone is the only way to get in here. Anywho, that's it for this update. Next time we'll be taking on the Ice Palace, which is a much better dungeon in my opinion. A lot more interesting. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.